to shine through. Your thoughts is where you concentrate your energy. And if you don't concentrate your thoughts well, it doesn't achieve what it's supposed to be. So when you do, I don't know when you were young, if you played with a magnifying glass, well, I did it quite a few times, sometimes naughtily trying to burn someone's skin, just to get them to get that singe, and then you kind of joke about it. That was obviously not good to do. But, we used to burn blades of grass and paper just using a magnifying glass. So when you keep the magnifying glass close to your the paper or the grass, it doesn't really, there's a wide light shining on it, and it's not concentrated because it's wide and it's spread, and nothing happens. But the moment you bring the magnifying glass closer, or you raise it up, so you're moving it closer to the sun, what happens to the rays is that it gets concentrated, so that light, that little white dot, becomes very small, and when it becomes like a pin, it's the same amount of light that comes through that same glass, but it's now all focused. Sorry about that beeping, just moving too close to a tree, I suppose. So when it's in that pin, it quickly just ignites something, and that's how your thoughts are. Your thoughts, if it's all over the place and you're thinking too many things and you're not really focusing, you're not consistent, it's like that wide light. It's just all over, and it's shining a bit of your light everywhere, which is cool. And people are warmed by you because you've got this positive energy and thoughts. But you don't achieve much. You talk and you speak the language maybe of how people are supposed to be, but you're not focused, you're not laser focused. And when you need to change your state, just coming back to people that are stuck and wanting to be something, I know there's a lot of young people without jobs and thinking that the world has nothing to offer. I'd like to say to you, decide today who you want to be. Whether it be a doctor, a mechanic, an artist, a singer, a songwriter, and decide your action. Remember, thoughts and action creates power. You can't have the thoughts and not act. And when you've made a decision of what you want to be, think about it continually. Write it down on a piece of paper, stick it up on a wall, stick it up on the fridge. Focus on it day and night. Before you go to bed, think about it. Think how it's going to be when you are that thing or that person that you are going to be. And you use the right words. You don't say it's maybe I'm going to be that. You are going to be that. You're stepping into that very, very dream, that very purpose. And you don't know how it feels, but you're going to imagine how it feels. So you haven't been there, but if you talk to enough people, you'll know what they say about it. And you'll then imagine yourself in that position. I wanted to be a mechanic. I wanted to work on cars. I spent time as a 14, 15-year-old in the garages of my neighbors working on cars, and just thought, how would I be if this is me doing all this work, building engines, modifying cars? I constantly pictured myself driving these fast cars that I built. I constantly pictured myself building the fastest engines and doing things so good that people will be just drawn unto me. And later on in life, much later, when I left school, I went to work as a cashier in a supermarket, still with this dream, but I was a cashier. That was my first job. And I told that boss of mine, I said, my dream is to become a mechanic. He laughed at me because I was a very thin guy and my fingers weren't very strong, and in his opinion. And he said, look at you, how can you, and his words were swing spanners, And it didn't deter me from my dream, because people can give their opinions, and it's just that. It's their opinion, but it's not what you tell yourself. It's not what you believe. And if your belief and your thoughts are that strong that, you know, people can look at you, they probably say that you're crazy, they probably think that, oh man, you're a dreamer. It's fine. It's their opinions. You will be drawn unto the person that you're supposed to be. And even if you get it wrong the first time around, when I say wrong, you might be dreaming about being a business owner, but you become a manager. You know, it's not far off. And it's just sometimes how things work. You know, you picture something and it's maybe not perfectly right, and you end up being very close, or you end up being just that. You know, so I eventually went on to pay for my studies at Tech. I did so well that I excelled and got awards, and eventually got to work for one of the best companies, Mercedes-Benz, from a very young age. And why is that? I would ask myself, looking back, why is that? Was it just by chance? Was it coincidental that I got the job in a company that lots of people were waiting for? They were a waiting list of 3 years to 5 years. Why is that? And just that for you is a testimony of a dreamer, a vivid imagination, a thought-provoking person. It's, you know, I thought wild thoughts of things that I would do. And yes, I didn't become everything, but did I become a mechanic? Yes. Did I manage big teams of workshops? Yes. Did I speak in front of people? Yes. Why is that? What makes me different to anybody else? So today, think the thoughts of who you are to become. Think the biggest thoughts of who you want to be. Dream about it. Imagine it. Feel it. Taste it. Almost act it out like a movie in your mind. And keep it close to you. Secretly. If you need to share it with someone you trust. But don't speak to everyone about it. Those thoughts in these times are the things that are yours. You own it. No one can tell you it's not yours. No one can take it away. No one knows you're thinking it. It's special to you. But when you think it, understand that the power of your thoughts is magnetic, and it can draw things towards you. So think of the magnifying glass. Become that intense light. Know that the light is you wanting to shine through. Focus your magnifying glass, which is your thoughts, until it's laser focused. And the light is so intense that it burns through everything that is holding you back to reach your goal. I hope this message comes through the way I intended it to, and I hope it really blesses you and makes you believe that you have power and your thoughts have power. Decide today who you want to be and become it. Enjoy your day.